Howdy Hive Scum and welcome back. This is the third and final video in my 40k Fellowship series. If you haven't checked the other videos out, then please do so. In the first episode, we did the kit bashing and theory crafting and building of a Lord of the Rings Necromunda /40k crossover. I kit bashed the miniatures and built them all up and talked through the whole process. In the second episode, we then painted them all up and I did a sort of painting guide and tutorial on that. In this last and final episode, the 40k Fellowship, the Fellowship of the Underhive, will be hitting the game board and recreating a battle from the Lord of the Rings, the Battle of Amon Hen, except with a twist. This time it's in the 40k universe, the Grimdark Underhive of Necromunda. The Battle of Ammo Fenn. The Fellowship of the Underhive have found themselves beset on all sides by a huge horde of muties. The muties have word that one of the four ratlings pictured here is carrying a trinket that is worthy of capture. So the muties will be trying to capture one or many of the four hobbits, or ratlings should I say. The ratlings will all be starting with the rest of the Fellowship in the center square on a 3x3 Sector Mechanicus board, as you can see. And they will need to escape via board edges. The Fellowship will win if they can get two of the ratlings off a board edge at the end phase. It will be a double to escape should they be next to a board edge. D3 plus 3 muties will arrive every turn, and these guys have to try and survive and get the ratlings to safety. Let's have a look at the actual gang in question here. First of the Fellowship here, and pictured in the front, is Brodo, a ratling hunter, with an 80 credit starting cost. He comes with a lasgun and a stiletto knife with an armoured undersuit. He comes in at 80 credits. Behind him and to the right is Spamwise, coming in at 40 credits, a rattling specialist ganger here with a long las only. And behind Brodo we have Rippin and Merry. Both of these are 35 credits with lasguns only, and they are rattling Venator gangers. The core of the gang is made up on the left of Grimly, 140 credits. He is a squat Venator ganger with 2 power axes, mesh armor, and the true grit skill. We then have Boromir, who is a Beastman stat hunter ganger with 235 credits worth of a power sword, stub gun, carapace armor, and ceramite shield. Very tanky, this one. The leader of the pack is Grimdark, 260 credits. This is a Venator hunt leader, and he is also a Psyker, been upgraded to a Psyker, coming with Photon Flash Grenades, Power Sword, Shock Stave, Mesh Armor, Fearful Aura, Inspirational, and Terrify as his weird power here. We then have Legolas, see what I did there, 2 S's, 205 credits, House Hunt Champion with some modified stats here, as I felt that none of the Venators actually had the right stats for Legolas. We have upgraded to Ballistic Skill 2+, and the Initiative has also been upgraded to 2+2. We have a fighting knife, flechette pistol, plasma pistol, and throwing knives with mesh armor and the gunfighter skill. Very nasty indeed. And lastly, we have Aradorn, 165 credits. He comes in with a great sword, throwing knives, mesh armor, and nerves of steel with the Beastman Hunt Champion profile. As this is a custom scenario, we're coming in with a custom gang here, modified stats, and some extra stuff, brings them to a total of 1.2 thousand credits. All 9 members of the Fellowship here are on raised areas, with Gandalf at the top of the tower here, Gimli and the rest of the Fellowship dotted around up high, waiting for the onslaught to begin, as we go and see how many muties arrive in the first turn. D3 plus 3 muties arriving in the first turn. We have 4 muties arriving on random board edges. 4 muties are deployed in the first turn, dotted around random board edges here, as we can see. All 4 on different board edges there. 1 mutie on each board edge, as the Fellowship of the Underhive will always get priority in this scenario. The first of the Fellowship here. Important to note, with the Ceramite Shield, Boromir can only do a move basic action here, and he uses all of that to climb down to the bottom of the gantry here. The first of the muties now goes, taking a move simple action into here and shooting his reclaimed autogun up at Grimly at the top here. Needing hard cover to hit here, it will be a 6 to hit with the autogun. Rolling to hit here, the first mutie takes a shot with his reclaimed autogun. Needing a 6 to hit here in hard cover, we don't do it, and there is an ammo check. However, in this scenario, we're going to ignore ammo for the muties. They are going to retain all ammo. Grimly then responds by running down to the bottom of the stairs with a double move. The second mutie, with a shotgun this time, moves into position and takes a shot at Samwise, or should I say Spamwise, up in there. Now, it's worth noting that Rattlings do get +1 to their save here, so as he's in soft cover, it does count as hard cover here. So again, solid shot from the shotgun, needs a 6 to hit here. We don't do it, and the muties haven't hit anything yet. The third Fellowship member here is Rippin. He's going to also follow Boromir down and climb down with him with a double move action. The third mutie here, also with a reclaimed autogun, takes a move simple action round to the front here and takes another reclaimed autogun shot off at Murray on the top there. Again, needing a 6 to hit. Will miss as well. Brodo now with a double move to follow Gimli down the bottom of the stairs. The last of the muties now takes a double action to move all the way through middle of this tile out into the other side. It's Legolas's turn now, who kindly obliges, moves into the open to pop off 2 shots with a flechette pistol and a plasma pistol at close range, needing 2s to hit with both with the gunfighter skill here. The flechette pistol will be black in this case, and we're choosing solid ammo on this one. Both of these will hit with 1 shot each. Now for the wound roll. Black will be wounding on 4s. Both of these fail to wound, but we have a pinned mutie. A pinned mutie is all we get for our troubles. Aradorn now moves up to Legolas and uses the throwing knife down onto the mutie down here. Now it's 2 times strength at short range, and we're needing a 4 to hit here with no minuses at that short range as well. 4 to hit here. That will not do it. Murray with the las gun now, aiming into the mutie over here, out in the open. Of course we hit. There is an ammo check though of a 2+ needed. The ammo is fine, and the mutie is hit, wounding on a 4 here. That will do it, and there's no armor save for this guy, going straight to injury. Now for the injury roll. The injury roll is a serious injury. Murray's second action is to move to the top of the gantry. Time for some weird powers. Grimdark is going to cast Terrify down onto the mutie down here. He's within range, it's line of sight in 18 inches, and we need to pass a willpower check of a 6+ for this to go off, hoping for no double 1s or double 6s here. That will go off, and it is a -3 cool check to the enemy. With a cool of only 8+, an 11 or more is needed on these 2d6 here, and of course, he passes it. And lastly, Spamwise is going to take a shot. No bonuses for this one either. However, this is a strength 4 weapon. We do hit on a 6, and needing a 3+ to wound here, we get it. No save can be made, and the injury roll is a flesh wound only. Spamwise's second action is to retreat a little bit further into the center of this tile. And that is the end of the first phase. We now roll to see how many muties turn up, and recovery for the remaining mutie. Recovery for this mutie now. The dice roll is a serious injury, so a flesh wound for his troubles. We also now roll to see how many muties turn up, and we get 5 muties this turn. The first of the Fellowship to go here is another throwing knife attack here at the mutie again, seeing if we can hit now on a 4+. Again, a miss, and the second action is to move down the stairs 4 inches. The first mutie to go here is to stand and shoot point blank with an auto pistol onto Legolas here. Needing a 4+ with cover and close range bonus here. Let's see if we can do it. Of course we do. The ammo check is ignored here, but we do hit Legolas, wounding on a 4 here. And that will not do it. But Legolas is pinned and will fall off if we don't pass the 2+ initiative check here. And that is passed. However, we are pinned at the top of the building here. He's very slow, but he's very tanky. Boromir now takes a move basic action and can't do much else as he gets to the doorway here. The flesh-wounded mutie stands and takes a solid shotgun up at Grimdark here on the top of the tower, who is in soft cover. We're going to need a 5+ to hit here. That will not do it, again ignoring the ammo roll. The Mutie here with the reclaimed auto gun now shifts into position beneath the stair and at short range pops off a shot at Brodo, needing 3s to hit here. That will do it with 2 shots, wounding on 3s as well as he's only toughness 2. Neither of these will go through, but Brodo is pinned. In response, Grimly, needing more than a 1 here to make this charge, will attempt the charge now. We do it with 2 inches gained. 4 plus 2 is 6, and we get into range of charging here, as we have the first close combat of the game here. 3 power axe attacks here, hitting on 4s. 2 of them will hit, triggering power. If these 2 go through, wounding on 3s, they will be 2 damage instead of 1. Both of them go through, and this will be a whopping 4 damage now. 4 damage on this poor Mutie, and Grimly takes him out with a bunch of injuries. And the first casualty of the game is a Mutie. We then get a consolidation from Grimly, 2 inches back towards Frodo. A double move here from a newly brought on Mutie, all the way around to the corner to stare into the face of the looming Aradorn. Aradorn kindly obliges with a easy charge at versatile range with the greatsword from 1 inches, plus 1 to hit at versatile range, needing 2s to hit here with 3 attacks. And all 3 of them will go through here, and should we wound, Sever will be triggered, and the Mutie is gone. Another casualty for the Muties. Another new Mutie here with no shooting weapons, moves in front of his buddy to try and revive him in the end phase. Murray then climbs down to follow behind Boromir with a double move. Mutie with a lasgun here takes a move simple action next to his buddy and shoots his lasgun up at short range, needing a 4 to hit on Grimdark here. We do hit here, so Grimdark is pinned, but he's wounded on a 4+ as well. However, we do have mesh armor here, so a save is made. Grimdark's weird power of Terrify is a double action, so all he can do here is stand and retreat back down the ladder onto the floor below. The last of the Muties this turn takes a move action in to get the drop on Grimly. Brodo then stands and moves in front of Aradorn, but there is one more Mutie over on this side who takes a move up towards Brodo, ready to charge next turn. Ripin, fearful for his life, then moves in behind Boromir as well. Spamwise, in an effort to protect his buddy, Brodo pings off a shot at this Mutie who's moved into position here. That will not do it, should have aimed. His second action is then to move to the top of the stairs next to Legolas. Talking of Legolas, she stands and shoots both of her pistols at 2 separate targets here, using the plasma pistol to shoot the Mutie on the left now. Needing a 2 to hit here at close range, that will do it, and it's a strength 5 weapon, needing a 3 to wound here. That will also do it, and this will be 2 damage on the Mutie here. 2 damage now. And that will be another dead Mutie. Mutie is removed, and the flechette pistol now into the second Mutie on the right there. Also needing a 2 to hit, using solid ammo here. That will do it. Just 1 shot though, and wounding on a 4+ this time. Will do it as well, and we have another single injury roll to be made, and it is a flesh wound. A look around the board here at the end of turn 2. We have a couple of Muties and Boromir and Murray and Ripin over here. Another Mutie that was missed by Spamwise with Brodo and Aradorn and Grimly at the back here as well. We have Legolas and Spamwise on the top there, and Grimdark climbing down the ladder here. We then have 2 more Muties on this side, and the pinned and flesh wounded most recently. We're now going to do the recovery roll for the Mutie over here, who does have some help. So we're going to roll 2 dice here and choose the best result. And things stay the same, but no flesh wound is gained. Another D3 plus 3 reinforcements here, and we get another 5 Muties this turn. First up, of course, in an effort to protect Brodo, Aradorn does another charge, this time into the Mutie nearest to Brodo. 3 attacks again, hitting on 2s at versatile range here, and only 2 of them will go through. Should these wound, it will trigger Sever, and we have another dead mutie in this case. It's close combat time for the muties, as this mutie with an axe charges Boromir. 2 attacks, needing a 4s to hit with the axe now. One of these will hit, however, we're going to use the power sword to parry this, and it is a miss. Retaliation now for Boromir. Boromir's power sword now needing a 3 to hit. That will not do it, and they are locked in combat. Legolas now shifting to the corner of the building to shoot both pistols. Again, solid shot on the flechette down into this downed mutie. Needing 2s to hit again because short range, and that will do it with both of them. 2s to wound on the turquoise dice, 4s to wound on the other. The plasma pistol does not go through, but the flechette pistol does. This will be straight to an injury roll here, and another flesh wound stacks onto that one. Boromir now choosing to fight, hitting on 3s with the power sword. That will do it, and again, trigger power here, wounding on a 3 this time, and that will not do it. Unfortunately, the mutie gets to hit back here. 1 axe attack hitting on 4s, and that will do it, triggering disarm. This time wounding on a 4. That will do it as well. We have the massive save, though, on a 2+ from the front arc here, and it is made by Boromir. The double flesh-wounded mutie now stands and pops off both stub gun shots with +2 to hit at short range, -1 for shooting both pistols, needing 3s to hit with both stub guns here. Onto Legolas. And only one of them will go through, and this will be wounding on a 4 here. That will do it. Can Legolas save with the mesh armor? He does save it, but he is again pinned. He will fall off if he doesn't pass this 2+ initiative check, which he does pass. And is pinned on the top of the building again. Spamwise now takes a shot at the mutie in the distance there with the 2-handed weapon. We do hit this time and will be wounding on a 3 with the long las. That will not do it, but the mutie is pinned. Second action is to move down the stairs towards Brodo. We have a move from the mutie over here, round in towards Boromir now. Brodo will shoot his lasgun off at short range into the mutie with the 2-handed axe here, needing a 3 to hit. That will do it, and pin is all that's needed here. Wounding on a 4, that will also do it, and this is straight to an injury roll as well. And another serious injury on the mutie. Pretty good from Brodo there. Brodo's next action is to take a move towards the downed and injured fighter. This mutie over here moves in towards Boromir, but again, in an effort to save his mate, stands ready to help in the recovery phase. Grimly now with another charge here. With only a 1 rolled, we can't quite make it. Grimly is going to move in to defend Legolas here and stand in front of the mutie with the stub guns. A move with the mutie with the hand flamer, not quite in range to use his hand flamer. Moves up in towards all the action with Legolas and Spamwise. Grimdark now climbs down the ladder to stand at the side of the barrier here and throw a photon flash grenade over at this mutie. Needing a 3 to hit here, but first we need to do an ammo check. See if he runs out. He does run out of ammo on the photon flash grenade. We're hitting on a 3 here though. And that will not do it, meaning that we scatter with a 5-inch template here. Goes 3 inches backwards. This could still hit somebody. The template moving 3 inches backwards actually catches both of the muties here, who now need to make 4+ initiative checks to avoid losing their ready markers here. The one closest passes, and the one in the back also passes, and again, Grimdark proving to be fairly useless. The target of the photon flash attempt now takes a move forwards and shoots up at close range into Grimdark. +1 to hit at short range, -1 for some soft cover here. So we have a 4+ to hit here. It will of course hit, and we're wounding on 4s here as well, which does again wound, and Grimdark has a 5+ save here, which is not made, and Grimdark takes his first wound. Murray and Ripon now, with Murray going first with a move action retreating up next to Aradorn here. Another mutie here with a double move over towards this side to get to grips with Boromir. Ripon now also retreating with a move action next to Aradorn. And lastly, we have the final mutie standing and moving with a simple move action in towards his buddy here. At the end of this turn, things are hotting up with Gimli and Legolas surrounded by 3 muties. Legolas pinned. We've also got Spamwise at the bottom of the stairs here. Aradorn and the 2 Rattlings are making their way through so far, clear on this side, with Brodo around the corner there. Boromir is locked in combat with a mutie, and we also have a wounded and fairly useless Grimdark up here as well. With muties coming in at all angles, we now roll recovery. Another recovery check over there, this time with an assist as well. We do get a flesh wound, so he is back on his feet. We also have a recovery roll to be made here as well. Just the 1 dice this time. Reinforcements now, D3 plus 3 again. Reinforcements for this turn, 3 muties and the mutie chieftain with his chainglaive arriving this turn. Arriving where he's most needed and staring down at Aradorn, we have the mutie chieftain. And things are getting a bit scary for Brodo over here with another mutie right near him. Group activation here with Murray going first, moving over next to Brodo and popping a shot off at the mutie that's just reinforced here. Does hit, does pin, and does he wound on a 4? He certainly does. This will be another injury roll here. And we get another serious injury. The Lasguns doing their work in this game so far. Then Aradorn surges forwards a few inches to throw a throwing knife at the mutie chieftain here. At close range, needing a 4 to hit here. Can he do it? And it misses. Another charge from a mutie here. This time with an assist on Boromir. Hitting on 3s here with unarmed attacks. 2 attacks from the charging. We're hitting on 3s now. And both of these will hit. The 6 will be parried with the power sword. Both of these will hit. Will they go through, wounding on 5s here? They do. And can we make the saves with 2 pluses needed from the Ceramite shield? We certainly do. And now we get reactionary attacks from Boromir. 1 attack from Boromir here, needing a 4 here. That will do it with the power sword. We're wounding on a 3 as well. That will also do it, and this will go straight to injury here. And a flesh wound for his troubles. A charge from Gimli now, well in range, onto the very wounded mutie here. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s with 2 power axes here. And this will do it. 1 of these will be double damage. These will be wounding on 3s as well. Now for the power one, doesn't wound, and the other 2 do. No save can be made here, and this is 2 injury dice here. And definitely a dead mutie here. Gimli then does a consolidation towards the next mutie over there. Hand Flamer up into Legolas here from the mutie. He auto hits. We've got an ammo check to be rolled here, as well as the wound roll needing a 4 here. So the wound roll is good. The ammo is also good. Can we make the save with +2 to the hard cover here? We have a 3-up save, which is made. However, is Legolas on fire now? She certainly is. This mutie's second action is to move in towards Spamwise. Spamwise now takes a point-blank shot. Spamwise the Brave here, hitting on 3s. That will do it. Again, needing a 3 to wound with the long las here. Will not do it. However, will pin the target. We then move back with the second action here to retreat again in towards Boromir. A group activation with the chieftain here, sending his droogs to do his bidding. 2 charges from both of these now, needing high numbers, needing 5s and 6s on the D3 to get in here. Let's see if both of these can do it. One of them does, and one of them falls short. First mutie gets into close combat here. The second mutie falls just short. 2 attacks with a maul here onto Aradorn. These will both be hitting on 4s as well. Only 2 of them go through, which is pretty great for the maul here. These will both be wounding on 4s as well. Strength 4 against, and neither of them will go through. Thankfully for Aradorn. Aradorn now out of versatile range, needing 3s to hit with his 2 attacks and a greatsword. One of them will go through, and if this wounds again, will trigger Sever. And that is another dead mutie, proving how powerful the Sever trait is here. As his buddy was decapitated, the other mutie needs to make a cool check here. This will be an 8+ because we have this profile of a scummer. He does pass it though, pretty good with the cool checks in this one. Now for the chieftain. The mutie chieftain now makes a charge, and he is in there like swimwear with his chain glaive. Now I've given the Muti Chieftain extra weapon skill, ballistic skill, and attacks here. So we have 3 attacks charging with a chain glaive at -1 to hit in close range. We are hitting on 3s here. And only one of them will do it, but it could be enough here as we are wounding on 3s. That will also do it. With -2 AP, there is no save to Aradorn, and we go straight to the injury roll after taking a wound. Injury roll for Aradorn now. And it is a flesh wound. He is saved in this and gets to fight back. A wound taken, and now we get to fight back from Aradorn. 2 attacks here, hitting on 3s with the greatsword, and neither of which will go through in this case as well. A dire situation for the good guys. Now for Rippin, who takes a close range shot at the Muti that failed the charge here. Again, needing 3s now. 2s, in fact. Wounding on 4s here. That will also do it, and this will be another injury roll, which we get a flesh wound for. Rippin's other action is to move in next to his buddies, Murray and Brodo. A charge onto Grimly here with a 2-handed axe. 2 attacks, -1 to hit in close range, but if these go through, they'll be very painful. And of course, neither of them do, meaning Grimly gets to react. Grimly now with 2 power axes hitting on 4s, and neither of which will go through. And these 2 are now locked in combat. Brodo now, with a charge, runs in and coup de grace on one of the Mutis here. Needing a 2 or more, we have another charge into Boromir here. He does do it. A successful charge here as well from another Muti as Boromir finds himself fighting against 3 Mutis all at once. +2 to hit here with unarmed attacks, hitting on 2s with this Muti with 2 attacks. 2 attacks here. Both of these will hit. One of them is parried by Boromir's power sword. However, they both go through. As he is toughness 4, these will be wounding on 5s now. Neither of them go through. And Boromir, or Boromir should I say, gets to attack once at -2 to hit here, needing 5s to hit. And that will not do it. On fire and aiming to put out the flames, Legolas first takes damage from the flames. It will not wound in this case though. We now stand and move 2d6 in a random direction. Where does Legolas go? Off to the left 11 inches before going prone. So we are going to run to the edge of here. Take another initiative check to see if we fall off. It is passed, however. And do the flames go out on a 4+? They do. Another moving from a Muti here round in towards the already absolutely outnumbered Boromir. Murray makes a charge as well, kicking to death another Muti on the edge of the battlefield here. Another move here from another Muti in towards Boromir as he finds himself absolutely surrounded by 5 or 6 Mutis now. Can Gandalf make it count? He is now standing, jumping over the railing in an effort to pass his initiative check and land on the other side. We need a 4+ here. He does do it, and Gandalf is now back in the mix. And lastly, the previously injured Muti stands and moves in towards the absolute chaos going on over here. With his 1 attack at -2 here, Boromir is attacking the central-most Muti here. Needing a 3 normally, goes to a 5 with the power sword here, and he does not hit. We get reaction attacks, however, from the Muti with +2 to hit here with his axe, needing 2 pluses. He does, of course, do it. However, a parry is then rolled, and the attack still goes through. We're running on 4s here against toughness 4 with the axe, and that will also go through. However, we do make the save here with a 2+, and that will work. And Boromir is still kind of fine now, but not able to make any progress, really. So at the end of that turn, all hell broke loose. Brodo is within 1 inch of the battle edge, so he will leave and escape from this battle. However, the other little rattling here was not within 1 inch, so we'll need to try and do it next turn. We also have another rattling here as well. So Murray and Rippin both looking to escape next turn, should things not turn too sour. We have Aradorn in close combat with the Chieftain, as well as Boromir over here in combat currently with 3 Mutis and 3 on the periphery there as well. Gandalf coming in to the rescue here. Spam-wise, over in the middle, is kind of isolated and not sure where to go, with a hand flamer Muti on the floor in front of him as well. Legolas did pull out the flames, and we have Gimli, or Grimly should I say, in combat with another Muti over here as well. It's all going on. Now we're going to roll for more reinforcements as we're still going on in this game. D3 plus 3, and we get 4 new muties in this one. As the hordes of muties arrive, Grimdark is taking the first activation of this turn here and charging in to try and help his buddy Boromir before he gets cut down here. Now we've got 2 attacks base, we're charging, and we've got a power sword and a shock stave here. So the shock stave will be the turquoise and the power sword will be the black here. All hitting on 3s here. That will do it. Oh no, shock will auto wound here, and we have power as well. And another hit with the shock stave here. Now does the shock stave wound here? It does. So 2 of those will go through, and the power sword here does not wound. So 2 with the shock stave here. With no saves to be made, we have 2 injuries on the hapless mutie, and the mutie is taken out in a coup de grace. More muties bearing down, this time on Murray before he makes his escape. They did a 2 or more on the charge here from a axe-wielding maniac, and he does get it, getting 7 inches into Murray's base-to-base contact here. This could be nasty. 2 attacks, -1 to hit with the 2-handed axe here, but if they go through, very nasty indeed. We do make one of them, and will this wound on a 2 here? Certainly does, and this will be a whopping 2 damage. Oh dear. Instead of using the coup de grace here, we have made up a new rule, capture. Now both of these are making it off the table, and one of the ratlings has been captured. So far, it is 1-1 in this game. It's Boromir now. Can he do it with -2 to hit on the central most mutie here? Needing a 5 now. Does do it with the power sword. Very good indeed. We're wounding on a 3 here as well, which does go through, and this is straight to injury on the central mutie, who he chooses to coup de grace in this one. My apologies. I don't think you can coup de grace if you're still in combat with other folks. So a serious injury here for this young fellow, and I believe cool checks need to be made for both of the fighters in close combat with Boromir here as well. Cool checks to be made here. The first one is a pass with an 8+ here, and the second one is a fail. So one of these muties is broken. So one of the muties is broken after seeing his friend go down. The other one is okay, and we'll get to fight when he gets to activate. All a bit of a mess over here now, with Grimdark already been this turn. Needing a 2 or more here. This mutie now attempts to charge into Grimly. Needing a 2 or more here. Can he make it? He certainly bloody well does. And he is in combat with a buddy now, hitting with a maul with +1 to hit from the assist. 2 attacks with a maul here, hitting on a 3. Both of these will hit, and these will be wounding on 4s. One of them will wound, and unless this is saved, with +1 to the save, we have a 4-up save on the maul, which is not saved, and this will be 2 damage. So Gimli only has 1 wound, so 2 damage are going to be rolled now for Gimli to see if he can survive. We do have True Grit though, so we'll be rolling 1 less, which means 1 injury roll to be made here. It is a serious injury, and Gimli has been coup de graced and taken out of the game. Legolas, seeing her friend Grimly taken out in such a horrible manner, stands and shoots both pistols into both targets here using the gunfighter skill. Again, close range here. We're needing 2s to hit on both of these, and we're going to use the Fleshbane ammo on the turquoise dice here on the fighter on the right. So all of these will hit. The plasma is going to go through. No rapid fire on that one, but the Fleshbane will hit 2 times. So first of all, with the Fleshbane, we'll do 2 of these. These are toughness rolls. We pass both of them, and these are going straight to injury on the one who took out Grimly, and he is seriously injured and flesh wounded as well. The plasma, on the other hand, is going to be wounding on a 3 here with a single shot. Does wound as well, and this will also be 2 damage from the plasma as well. And that is a skull and a flesh wound here. Both of these fighters very much not doing too well. We've got an attempt at a charge into Grimdark here. However, he is fearsome, so we will need to make a cool check on this one to make sure we can do it. We can do it with an 8 here, and the charge is made. 2 close combat attacks hitting on 4s with no close combat weapons here. 2 close combat attacks now unarmed hitting on 4s here. neither of which will hit, so Gandalf will get to hit back here with the shock stave, 2 attacks, and a power sword. Power sword will be the turquoise here. These will all be hitting on 3s. The shock stave does go through an auto wound. The power sword does also, so this will be auto wounding. The power sword, however, wounds on a 3 here as well, and it certainly does. This will be a 2 damage on this target as well. Let's see if we can finish him off with a serious injury and a flesh wound. He is not quite gone yet. Boromir now chooses to fight the Broken Fighter, as his reaction attacks will be at -2 to hit. So 1 attack here, -1 to hit here, hitting on a 4 with the power sword, and it does not do it. However, we get 1 attack back from the Broken Fighter. At -2 to hit, he still does it. Does he wound Boromir on a 5? He certainly doesn't, and that is the end of that close combat. Another attempted charge from another mutie into Gandalf, this time again needing that cool check of an 8+ to be able to actually do it, and he doesn't, which means he's frozen in fear. The epic confrontation between the mutie chieftain and Aradorn leads to Aradorn getting 2 attacks with his greatsword here. Can he finish off the mutie chieftain? Hitting on 3s now. Both of these will go through. We are wounding on 3s as well, and that will do it with Sever. The mutie chieftain has been taken out of this conflict, and we have a second action, which will be a move in front of the other mutie here as well, just to block things off from any remaining rattlings. The mutie then stands and shoots a short-range auto-pistol shot into Aradorn, needing a 3 to hit here. That will do it with 2 shots. Both of these will be wounding on 5s, as Aradorn is toughness 4. Wrong dice there. Beg my pardon. The other one does not wound, but there is a pinning here, and we need to do a Nerves of Steel test here to see if Aradorn is actually pinned. He certainly isn't. Still standing and still going strong in this game. Spamwise the Brave, stick and move here with a long las shot into the short range, needing a 3+ here on the down fighter, and we will hit. We're wounding on a 3 as well. That will also do it, and this is going to go straight to injury as well. And we have a flesh wound. The next action of Spamwise the Brave is to make his way towards Aradorn to get out of the way of the Hand Flamer when this fighter stands. Mutie on the right here in contact with Boromir is now going to throw some hands with 1 attack, but with +1 to hit here from the assist. We get a 3 to hit, and he will hit. It's parried by Boromir, and it still hits. We're wounding on a 5 here because of Boromir's high toughness, and that will not go through. Boromir then reacts with a single attack here, needing a 4. He does do it with the power sword, and does the power sword wound on a 3? It certainly does. This will go straight to injury as well, with another serious injury, and Boromir suddenly is up on top over here, with 2 of these fighters taken down in close combat. He can't coup de grace them though, because he's still in combat with the Broken Fighter. Ripping now, ripping round the corner, all the way round to get the hell away from the nearest mutie, who is a mutie with 2 stub guns. Talking of muties with stub guns here, we have a move action, and then both guns blazing into Rippin down here. -1 to hit because we're using both guns here, but +2 to hit with the stub guns, meaning we've got 3 pluses here. Can we do it? We certainly do with both of them, and that is a pinned and unable to escape at the end of this turn, unfortunately. We've got 2 wound rolls here at 3+, and both of them go through. No saves can be made. Is Rippin taken out here? He certainly is with a skull, and that is another member of the Fellowship out of this game. Another mutie attempted charge here on Aradorn, needing a 2 or more on the D3 here as well. We do get it, and we have more close combat for Aradorn to deal with here, as this mutie charges in with his maul. We've got 2 attacks with a maul here. Both of these will be hitting on 4s. Neither of which will hit. Aradorn then gets to hit back with his greatsword with 2 attacks. 1 of them will hit, and 2 of them will hit. 2 wound rolls here of a 3-up, and another Sever here is triggered, and this greatsword is absolutely doing work over here. Another mutie is removed, and his mutie friend now needs to make a cool check to make sure he isn't broken as well. 8+ needed here, and he will fail and break 2. The mutie with the Hand Flamer here stands and makes his way towards Aradorn and Spamwise over here. Can Spamwise escape? At the moment, hope rests on a knife edge, as they say, and he's the only one who can escape this game as we head into probably the last turn or last 2 turns of this one. Recovery now for the mutie that was the victim of Legolas over there, and he is removed, as well as recovery rolls being made for both of Boromir's down fighters. Let's do them both together. And one of them retains a flesh wound, and the other one also gains a flesh wound with that extra serious injury there. Does the mutie at Gandark's feet also bleed out in this one? He does not. He gets up with another flesh wound here. With Grimly and 3 rattlings off, one of them, Frodo, or should I say Brodo, escaped. The other 2 rattlings are both captured. We've only got Spamwise who can actually save the day here, and we're just about to get some more reinforcements from the muties here. Boromir doing pretty well in combat. We've still got 1 seriously injured on the ground. 1 did recover, and Gandark's also did recover over here as well. Let's roll to see how many of these bastard muties come back on in this game. D3 plus 3 here, and we get 5 more muties. To try and get Sam out of this game, we are going to do a charge attempt with Aradorn now, going the other way into the Hand Flamer, noticing that as the biggest threat in this one. We have 3 attacks hitting on 3 here with the versatile range on the Greatsword. Can we take him out with 2 of these going through? And yes, they certainly will. Triggering Sever again. No injury rolls need to be made here. And the mutie with the Hand Flamer is gone. Mutie with the stub gun then rolls around the corner and shoots both of his stub guns into Aradorn now. Again, needing 3s as +2 to hit and -1 for shooting. Of course, we do it with both of them. And is Aragorn pinned with a 6-up needed here? He certainly isn't with his Nerves of Steel, and either of these will wound on a 5. Both of them wound, but we do have 2 mesh armor saves here of a 5-up. One of them is made, and having taken a wound already, this will be an injury roll for Aradorn, and a flesh wound is taken. With a whopping movement 6, Legolas legs it all the way down the stairs, pun intended, and then again with a double move in front of Aradorn to try and find a way out for Spamwise. There is another mutie around the corner though, with a move in towards Legolas here, unable to charge on this one. It's sorcery time as Gandark uses Terrify on this poor little mutie here, needing a 6-up to trigger Terrify here. We do it with a 7, and it's a -3 cool check on the mutie here, who does, I think, fail it, needing an 11 or more. A broken mutie ensues. See, a long way away here is going to move 10 inches all the way in. Spamwise now takes a clever maneuver, shimmying over to the right here near his buddies Aradorn and Legolas, and takes a shot at the newly arrived mutie here as well. Needing a 3 to hit here, that will do it, triggering an ammo check of a 4-up here, which does pass. However, do we wound here? We certainly do. And this will be straight to injury on the new mutie as well. A serious injury is all we need here. This should clear the way for Spamwise, and another serious injured mutie in this one. The broken mutie, who was broken by Aradorn earlier, now runs 2d6 away from Spamwise in towards cover behind the pillar here next to his downed buddy. Boromir now attacking the only assailant he can, the broken fighter in combat with him. Hitting on a 3 now. And he does do it with the power sword, wounding on a 2 now because 2 flesh wounds have stacked. Certainly will do it, and this will be an injury roll as well. Taking the fighter out with a skull. Nice work from Boromir there. With Boromir no longer in combat, he chooses to coup de grace the other seriously injured mutie next to him as well. The recovered mutie now stands and fights with Boromir, needing a 4 to hit with an axe here. He doesn't do it, no parry needed here, and Boromir gets to react again. Hitting with the power sword, triggering power, and also wounding as well. This one will be 2 damage now, and another dead fighter with the skull here. Boromir really cleaning up in this one. All we have left here is a broken fighter and a down fighter, who makes a cruel action with his 2 flesh wounds. He can't survive this one, and the broken fighter now rolls 2d6 to see where he can run to. And we go a whopping 12 inches away, meaning running all the way around the corner into safety here. One more mutie reserve. The last one here takes a move all the way around the pipe to help his friend try and recover in this end phase. So at the end of this phase, we still have a bit of a problem over here for Aradorn and Legolas. We also have Spamwise in a decent position, actually, provided this one doesn't recover and this one stays broken. However, we've got another broken Mutie over here, and a fresh Mutie and a downed and double flesh-wounded Mutie there as well. Both Grimdark and Boromir have done pretty well in this one. We've also, by the way, got another Mutie heading his way in as well. Now we get to roll recovery for everybody. First of all, cool check for the one that ran away from Spamwise. He does fail the cool check, so he still remains broken. And a recovery roll for the fighter next to him. It is a skull, and he is gone. Very convenient for Spamwise here. 2 injury dice being rolled for the downed Mutie next to Grimdark as well. And we get a skull and a serious injury. Serious injury will be taken, so nothing will change there. We also have a recovery roll to make for the broken Mutie over here that ran a whopping 12 inches. A cool check of an 8 here is passed, and he's back in the game. We also roll to see how many Muties come on here, and we get 5 more Muties. Starting off with a double activation here, Legolas is going first, running round in front of Spamwise to plough both pistols into the newly arrived Mutie down here as well. Using the Fleshbane ammo as well, we're hitting on 2s with both of these. The Flechette pistol will be the turquoise colour here. And of course, both of these do go through. 2 shots with the Fleshbane here, wounding on 3s, and wounding on 3s with the Plasma Pistol as well. Plasma Pistol does not wound, however, the Fleshbane ammo here, both of these will be wounding on 3s, and both of them do go through, triggering 2 injury rolls. We need a skull here, preferably, and we do get it. Nice. The second action is Aradorn making a charge with his versatile range, hitting on 2s now, using the versatile range to good effect here. He's wounded, he's flesh wounded. Can he hold off a horde of Muties back here, and one with a hand flamer as well? We've got 3 attacks here. All of these will be hitting on 2s this time, and of course they all go through. These will be wounding on 3s, and this is triggering Sever as well, another dead Mutie in this case. A cool check to be made for the Mutie right behind him, again needing an 8+ here to pass this one, and he fails and is broken as well. Mutie's very scared. A charge down here from the Mutie with the 2-handed axe here on to Boromir. He's going to be hitting at -1 here because of a 2-handed axe, but if it goes through, very nasty. Of course, he rolls nipples, and the reaction attack from Boromir is a hit with the power sword. It is a wound with the power sword, and this will be a damage roll here, and it is a serious injury. Boromir's turn to go now as he turns around, heads back towards Samwise with his 4-inch movement. Can't move because of the Ceramite shield here. A move from another Mutie that I almost forgot about, moving in here. Grimdark now comes in, charges with a boot to the face, and takes out another injured Mutie. A move here from another Mutie up in towards Grimdark. And a move action from Spamwise the Brave to get him within reach of the end zone. Another move here from another Mutie up towards Grimdark. And a final move from the now non-broken Mutie, again up towards Grimdark. Another Mutie move in towards Aradorn here. And lastly, a hand flamer attempt from the Mutie with the hand flamer here, who moves in front of Aradorn and sprays with the hand flamer here. Now auto hits, so it will be wounding on a 4 here because of the flesh wound. No wound there. But is Aradorn on fire here? He is not. And does he even get pinned with his nerves of steel, needing a 6 up here? He does not. And Aradorn still remains standing and not on fire. With Spamwise 1 inch from a battlefield edge, and the last Mutie unable to do anything or go anywhere as he's still broken, the Fellowship of the Underhive prevail in this one by the skin of their teeth. Both Brodo and Spamwise, rather fitting this one, make it off in this custom battle report. The Battle of Ammo Fenn. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to do many more like it. So do please comment down below. Let me know what your favourite moment was, and like, share, subscribe, and check out the Patreon as well if you'd like to support me further. Over and out. You can